So I was asked to introduce tonight's presenters because I own a gym, a kids gym called We Rock the Spectrum. I own the location in Glendale, but we have locations all over Southern California and all over the country, and actually opening in Malaysia soon. So we're officially We Rock worldwide now, which we're really excited about. I brought a poster with me that if you guys miss it in the front, you can catch it on the way out, but kind of talks about why we rock and why we have the philosophy we do, which is the same message that all the presenters have here tonight, and that's there's a real important connection with what we do with our bodies and how our minds operate. And we see it every day in our gyms, kids with a lot of energy in their bodies, and then they swing, or they jump on the trampoline, or zip line, or climb, and use their body in a purposeful way. And then they're being more social, and listening, and they're talking more, and they're having a creative play with toys that they just passed by before because they were just in motion. So there are a lot of things developmentally that you can do. One of them that we do at the gym is just engage the body in a way so that the kids that are seeking sensory stimulation, they get it in a real purposeful way so that their minds are available to do other things. So I'm sure that all of the sports that are out there, tennis and water sports and physical exercise, it's all of the same premise, that we have to put healthy things into our body, we have to use our body in a purposeful way, and then our minds will be sharper and able to do all the other things that we want to do creatively and executively and all the leadership things. There's just, the potential is limitless. So I will now introduce our first speaker, which on our flyer is towards the bottom here. We're going to do a little change of order here and start with the founder and board president of Acing Autism, which I'm excited to hear about because one of our board members' son, who's here, has had some incredible breakthroughs and progress with that particular organization. So, without further ado, I'll introduce Richard Spurling, and you can tell us about Acing Autism.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Nice to be here. This is a very warm, intimate crowd, so not too intimidating for me. Thank you for inviting me to speak tonight. As you've already heard, I'm very close with the Major family. Asha, we introduced tennis to Asha about 4 years ago, so you're going to be hearing a lot about his tennis and seeing some of his tennis skills, I think, on the screen behind me. But I'm here to tell you about Acing Autism. Well, we don't have that one yet.
Let me help. Oh, there we go.
So, Acing Autism, we're a non-profit organization. My wife and I founded Acing Autism in 2008 when we were living in Boston. My wife is a pediatric neurologist and started doing autism research at Boston's Children's Hospital. I knew nothing about autism in 2008, so it was a steep learning curve for me. But what I knew was tennis. I've been involved with tennis my whole life. I've taught tennis for a long, long time. Played tennis, played in college, and got involved in teaching tennis. And when she started seeing kids with autism in her clinic, she learned early on that there was a huge need for play-based programs. So we started to think about how we could serve children with autism through tennis. And at the time, I didn't know if it was going to be feasible. Like I've already told you, I had never met a child with autism before, but I learned very quickly about autism. She he threw, a couple of patients at me, and then one summer I just started seeing if it was feasible to teach them tennis. And that was the beginning. In the summer of 2008, I got a quick, very quick lesson on what it meant for a child to have autism, and if it was actually feasible to teach them a sport. And it, tested my patience, and working with 2 or 3 parents, I learned that quite quickly these kids were making gains. So it gave me the motivation to start a non-profit. And so we started our first program in Boston in 2008, a club in Wayland, Massachusetts, where they had these small tennis courts indoors that were really suitable for our program. What we decided to do, we realized that we had to have a lot of volunteers to do a program like this. We wanted it to be inclusive. We wanted a lot of kids out there. We needed a lot of volunteers on the courts, teaching the children. Obviously, there was going to be a lot of hands-on teaching, a lot of physical prompting, a lot of modeling. So those are the things that I learned early on about autism. We really had to figure out how to get these kids attention and also get them to focus, which was probably the biggest challenge, and it still remains a big challenge for us. But I saw that these kids were making improvements within 2-3 weeks, so that's why I decided to start Facing Autism. You can see we now today we have 35 locations in 16 states. It's a weekly program, happens on the weekends. And like I said, we need a lot of volunteers. So we have a lot of high school volunteers that we train and college students that we're training to work with our kids. And we offer the program to a 10 and under age group, and then 11 to 18. So it's a 5 to 18 age group that we're serving. Again, going back to why we started, we realized that play, I was learning a lot of this through my wife, but she was explaining to me that play is so important for all kids, and especially kids with autism. There's less social interaction. They obviously need a lot of social skills. They need help with interactions with other children. So with tennis, when we were designing this program, we wanted to make sure that there were kids out there the same age. We wanted to train our volunteers to promote social interaction between the kids. Turn taking, and when you're picking up balls, playing games. So we incorporated a lot of cooperative drills and cooperative games within our curriculum. We all obviously. When we started Facing Autism, the rate for autism was 1 in 165. We all know how those rates have drastically increased. Wherever we go to set up our program, whether in the middle of, one of our programs is I think the most, one of our programs is in the middle of Indiana, in a small town with 30,000 people, and we have 15 children that show up every week to the program. So wherever we go, we know the kids are there. So again, the curriculum is obviously the most important thing for our brand. We have a 9-step program. It's a 55-minute session that we offer, and it's broken up into 9 steps. And every program around the country is following this curriculum. It's broken up into an introduction phase where kids are being introduced to themselves and introduced to their volunteers. They're working with the same volunteer every week. Part of that introduction is a name game that we play where the kids stand in a circle and they throw a ball to each other. We make sure the kids are looking at each other when they toss the ball. The next step of our curriculum is the warm-up, where we do sidestepping to the net, we do high knees to the net. And again, all the volunteers are modeling this and helping the children do these warm-ups. Then we do hand-eye drills where it's rolling the ball, bouncing and catching the ball. And again, we're being, you know, we let the students be creative with it. After the hand-eye, we do racket skills, which is things like balancing the ball on the racket, dragging the ball to the racket, or bouncing the ball down. After that, we do the volleys. Volleys are, how many tennis players are in the crowd? Okay. Volleys are, you know, you're standing at the net and you're just punching the ball back. It's the easiest stroke in tennis, and it's the quickest one for these children to learn, and they enjoy it a lot. So volleys are the first stroke that we teach the children, then we go into ground strokes, and then at the end we play games, and then we do a cheer. And that's the structure, and we do the same thing every single week. It sets the kids at ease, they become familiar with the routine. You know, it's all about setting that structure, eliminating stress. We also have visual schedules on the court, so children can see where they are in the class. You know, we show them when they've completed one part of the class, and then moving on to the next part. So we show them all these things through pictures. I'm going to show you a short video. I think it's a 2-minute video. And what you'll see, I think, you know, a video is going to show you much more about our program than I can describe. But you'll see volunteers, you know, modeling, doing the warm-ups with the children. You're going to see a lot of physical prompting when the children are working on their strokes. You're going to see how volunteers are interacting with the children. You're going to see how much fun the kids are having on a tennis court. I mean, that you know, the 3 things that I point out when I'm training our volunteers is, you know, make sure you're having fun, make sure they're moving, and make sure they're interacting with each other. You know, those I think from our parents, you know, when we speak to the parents, they're looking for a program where the kids are making friends and they're getting some exercise. So, you know, I think if you were to come out and see our program, that's what you're going to witness. So I'm going to just show you this video we made for our volunteers, and it's the 9-step program. You're going to see every portion of the lesson that I just explained. Hopefully I can pull this up.
Spacebar.
What?
Spacebar.
Down here?
Yeah, just your spacebar on the keyboard.
Oh.
Use the remote. Push play on the remote.
Oh, there we go.
Whoops.
No. Back to your line. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, I need you guys to come back a little bit after that. Once I see that. Alright, one more.
Go for it.
Green light.
Yeah.
2, 3.
You want the video?
No, back to the
Oh.
like this. So as you can see, we have, you know, a lot of volunteers on the court. And you can see you know, there's some volunteers that are as young as 12 and 13, and they're I mean, impressive, I think. I never expected there to be so many more, you know, benefits to the program. Obviously, you know, the focus at the beginning was to create a program for children with autism, make sure they're getting exercise and making gains, you know, with their motor skills and their focus. But you know, the volunteers have been amazing. You know, to see 12 and 13 and 14-year-olds helping these children and learn about autism and interact with them, I think has been an amazing to witness that.
Do you actually have twice as many volunteers as participants?
I mean, it also depends on the age. So the younger age group, we try to get 2 volunteers per child. With the older age group, we don't need as many volunteers. But you know, on average, at each site, we usually train between 15 and 20 volunteers to support the program. And then in each age group, we have about 10 children. So there's 10 children in the 10 and under, 10 children in the 18 and under. And then that number of volunteers will support that program. We have, you know, we have programs on college campuses, where it's college students running the program. We also have some high school tennis teams that are running our program. And then we have tennis pros that are running our program at their tennis clubs. Those are the 3 models that we have, you know, throughout the country. The other model that we're looking at now is to actually create our programs in the schools, to make it part of the curriculum, because the schools are already there, that the teachers will deliver the program. So it'll be a slightly different delivery system, but I think, you know, the teachers obviously have a good relationship with the kids, and I think they're going to test that out.
Is it open for other disabilities, or is it just for autism?
So we focus, you know, obviously on autism, but, you know, closely related disabilities like autism, we let them participate as well in our program. So you saw the curriculum next. Yeah, so and also, you know, for our parents, I think they love the program because they come out, they watch their kids having fun, they're making social connections as well at the program. So I think it really, from what I've learned, you know, through parent conversations, is that, you know, when the kids are playing tennis and they're getting exercise, their behavior at home improves. You know, I think there's less stress. I think there's better sleep. We're starting to collect outcomes now going into next year. It's been very, very difficult for us to collect outcomes for a program like this, because a lot of kids are just getting so many other services, so it's difficult for us to claim that, you know, they're making all these gains just because of our program. But we're trying to figure out how to do that now. And then you're going to meet Asher in a second. Well, you probably all know Asher, but Zoe is, I just want to leave you with a short story about Zoe. Zoe was the first child that I met with autism. I met her in 2008, the summer of 2008. She was a patient of my wife's. She was nonverbal, and, you know, that's really all I knew when I was going to meet her. And I was going to, you know, the plan was to give her a 45-minute lesson. And she showed up with her mum. I had, you know, a racket for her. I had some foam balls. We were going to be on a clay court. And I had lines down, so she knew where she needed to stand. And she walked onto the court. The first thing she wanted to do was just play with the clay on the court. I showed her a foam ball, and she took a bite out of the ball. And then, you know, I had a ball on a tea stand for her, and she knocked it off, dropped the racket, and then ran away. So that was my, you know, first taste of autism. But she's been in the program every week since 2008. I'm going to show you a video from, I think it was last fall, and she's now, I think, in this video she was 13. Let's see if I can pull this one up.
Right in.
Not that one. Come on, Clarence. It's a very short video. So this is the school. So you can see, I mean, it took her a very, very long time to get to this point, but, she's now hitting the ball from the service line and able to rally. I mean, that's, what we're trying ultimately to teach them so they can, for example, Asher is another one that's unbelievable because, he had never played tennis before, wasn't really interested in sports. His parents wanted him to learn a sport, so they came to the Burbank Tennis Center, gave him a racket, and from day one, he loved it. And now he can't get enough of it. I think he's driving his parents a little bit crazy because he wants to play all the time. He sleeps with his racket. You still do that? And he has amazing tennis skills now. He's hitting from the baseline, hard shots, forehands and backhands, and I think he plays every single day. So there's some, really amazing stories about how much improvements kids have made just through playing, sport 1 hour a week. But I think Asher is going to come up here now, right? You guys want to hear from Asher?